Hi everyone, this is the video that I'll be talking about the sixth of the 7 habits of highly effective people. It is called synergizing, which basically means that what it basically says is that two or more people in a human interaction can produce far more better results than one can individually. It's basically a habit of creative cooperation. It basically says that the whole is greater than the sum of its parts. So what is synergy? I'll give you some sort of facts about it. It's the highest activity in all human interaction. It's everywhere. It's basically a manifestation of all habits put together. Catalyzes, unleashes, unifies the greatest powers within people. It's a correct principle. It's powerful in dealing with negative forces that work against growth and change. And the whole idea of the habit is to value other people's differences, which adds more knowledge and understanding of reality. Of course, many people are trained into defensive, protective communication and never open themselves up to this habit. And a lot of potential is untouched. It's one of my favorite quotes by Carl Rogers. It's called, "That which is most personal is most general." So the more authentic you are, the more general you are as well, which basically helps others relate to expression, and people feel safer to express back to spirits and empathy. New insights can take place. So basically, when you have a low trust situation, it results in low level communication, which is basically defensive, protective communication, which is ineffective because either you produce a win-lose philosophy or a lose-win philosophy, and there's no production and production capability balance. Here's all the levels of communication. Here's a whole figure that illustrates that. I just talked about defensive communication. Now, respectful communication, people do interact respectfully and communicate politely, but they don't communicate empathically. They understand someone, so they don't look at the paradigms and assumptions underlying positions open to possibilities. I mean, it works in an independent and an interdependent situation, but many possibilities do not open up. So synergistic communication is basically says it's when a group of people come up with a solution that is better than what they originally had, that it works out to be better. Both the production and production capability are in balance, and both sides of the brain are being used. And negative synergy results when you have dependent people trying to succeed in an interdependent reality, and again you'll end up with either a win-lose or a lose-win. And here's an example that they give in the book here. For fishing for the third alternative. Basically, you have a family. A husband wants to have a family experience of camping and fishing, and the wife wants to see her ill mother and relieve her sister. And so, an example of a synergistic solution would be the wife could see her mother at a different time to relieve her sister, or the family can do some camping somewhere near the wife's mother's place and get some of the family involved. Be at least 2 solutions. You might even not limit it to 2. Of course, synergy is not limited to coming up with only two solutions. It can be an infinite number. Oh, the last point I want to make about this is the force field analysis. Here's the diagram. You have restraining forces and driving forces. So basically the force field analysis is a level of performance or being as a state of equilibrium between driving forces and restraining forces. Driving forces are the ones that are positive ones, and restraining forces represent negative forces. And both of these forces you must take into account when you deal with change, when you change certain solutions. You can basically transform restraining forces into driving forces using the whole motive of the win-win philosophy of habit 4 and the empathic listening of habit 5 and the interaction in the synergistic interaction, which happens when you involve people in a problem. You immerse people and soak everything into them and make them feel that they are an important part of the solution. New and shared goals created as a result in movement of creating a new culture. Well, that's it, and I'll put the exercise in the description box below. See ya!